Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Jason, and this is my show. You're listening to This Can Make Us Famous podcast, and with me today is Charlie Bartha. You guys knew that was already coming.
Hey, everybody.
It's awesome.
We have a special guest today.
I have a very, very special guest in the studio. Someone that means a lot to me, someone I love dearly.
Likes whoopings.
Likes whoopings. No, they don't like whoopings. This person is the fruit of my loins. It's pretty messed up. My son, Judah McCormick. Oh, you want to... Let's put this over here, bud. And then you... Sorry. You can sit on my lap. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Wave at the camera.
Hey, Judah, how's it going?
So, can you tell everybody your name and how old you are?
4 years old.
And what's your name?
Judah.
Okay. Judah, and I understand, Judah, that you
put on these.
have a birthday coming up. How old are you going to be?
I don't know.
You don't know how old you're
5.
5? Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be 5 years old. Isn't that a big deal? He's wanting to push the buttons. Let's not mess with the buttons.
Blue thing.
Hey, you can push the buttons here in a minute, buddy. Just
Yeah, so what we want to do is just tell everybody who you are and how special you are to Daddy and Mommy. And we want to do something real fun with you right now. We're going to have... Oh, you want to show everybody your... Can you tell them what this is?
A Hot Wheel fire truck.
And what do you like about the fire truck?
It has wheels and it's pretty cool. It just can't drive.
Well, that's pretty good for those that are not able to watch.
Is that chrome?
I don't know. It might be a real chrome. It's all chromed out. You like chrome?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire truck. And we also got something else we want to do with Judah real quick. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into something you guys all know is coming.
What's in Charlie's bag?
Oh! We got root beer peeps.
We'll start with that.
All right, Judah, you're going to tell us what you think about these root beer peeps. You can open it. It's hard for me. Judah's going to be our taste tester today. Mm-hmm. You're going to review these peeps, okay? You're going to
Although
tell
I did hear Jason wanted to have some hot sauce on his peeps.
Oh, that'll be another day.
No way.
You're not going to do it, are you?
Mm-mm. Tell to put hot sauce on yours.
Yay,
That's
Judah.
Cute. That's cute. All right, so Judah is going to test one of these peeps, and he's going to tell us what he thinks about it.
They're kid-proof.
They're kid-proof, Charlie-proof.
And Papa-proof.
All right, Judah, let's tear into one of these. And for the all the audio listeners that are not watching this on YouTube, this is a brown peep. It's root beer flavor.
It smells
And my
just,
son Judah, my
it smells
4-year-old
just
son,
like root beer.
is going to tell us what he thinks about it. Why don't you bite into it? Can you tell everybody?
Good.
What do you taste?
Good.
Okay, but describe it.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Are you enjoying all that sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to go crazy now?
Beep, beep,
No.
beep, beep.
Yeah, right. He doesn't want to go to bed. Is it a marshmallow?
No.
I think it's a marshmallow. Well, I want to thank you, Judah, for being a part of the show. And I think Daddy's going to try to have you on more often because you're the star of the show. And we'll be able to watch you on YouTube. You're going to be famous. Yummy, yummy. All right. Well, my wife wants in on this. She wants some root beer peeps, and I actually want in on it. So
Those are probably
All right, buddy.
the best peeps I've
say
ever
bye
had.
to everybody.
Bye.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, we're done. We'll do another one again next time, okay?
Can we watch?
Ooh,
Can
boy,
we
it's hot.
watch a show?
Yeah, you can.
Adult show. With me on the TV.
Oh, you mean on the big boy YouTube? Yeah, he watches the YouTube Kids, and so he calls our YouTube the adult YouTube. So, anyways, no, we're gonna be doing the show right now. So, anyways, that was where's the peeps at? I didn't get to try them. So my son said they were good. He gave them a thumbs up. He gave them approval. I didn't even get any, so I'm gonna try it real quick and move along. I'm not a Peep fan. I don't like Peeps. I really don't like Peeps much, but some people love them, but I don't think that's a thing. Oh, the sugar.
Just a touch of sugar
That's what I don't like about them. It's just sugar on sugar
on top of sugar.
on top of sugar. And I'm already a sweet guy. You know what I mean?
That second from the left one down. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Maybe the one next to it.
This one?
Yeah, there we go.
That's a good one. This show, I wanted to do my traditional intro. It gets me all built up and
You can do it now.
high energy, and we'll save it for another time. Charlie likes doing the ukulele. But anyways, so that was what was in Charlie's
Well,
bag.
there's more, but do you want to save it till the end?
Yeah, why don't we do that? We need to leave. I know everyone's dying to know what else is in Charlie's bag, and whatever audience we have left listening to us right now. Oh, come on. If you tuned out with my cute, adorable son, you have no heart. But no, anyways, life is returning back to normal again.
Depends on
It
where you're
seems-
at.
Right. Well, I mean, other states are way worse than
Yeah.
ours. Michigan being one of them, and apparently Oregon,
Michigan
California.
Michigan's the worst, I think.
Really? It's unfortunate, but
To the point where I heard that the Attorney General of the
Yeah.
United States has actually got a phone number where Michiganders, as they're called, can call in if they feel their rights
have been
have
violated.
been violated.
Well, I've been violated a time or two. Is there a number I can call?
It's a different number.
That's true. No, so I'm glad everything's opening back up. It still doesn't feel normal yet, and it's going to be a while before it does, if it ever does. I mean, it's like the normal is people wearing masks everywhere you go, hand sanitizing stations everywhere. A lot of stores only let one at a time in. It's crazy.
You know, the CDC just came out and said that sanitizing surfaces doesn't do any good.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'd have to pull up the article and read it, but
Wow.
it's because basically they said basic hand washing and your social distancing is the way to totally prevent this.
Really?
The mask or don't do anything. The sanitizing everything down like
Oh, really?
I mean,
You can point
it's-
your mic down.
it's good to sanitize. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But in the measures that people have been doing it lately,
Yeah.
it's to the extreme.
Right. I mean, I when this all first started, well, probably halfway through it, the quarantine, man, I was like sanitizing my hands so much that it was like drying them out,
Yeah.
starting to crack.
Well, you know, you think of it too. We need the dirt. We need this and that.
The germs build up your
to
immune
build up
system.
the immune system.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
that's what I've always heard as a kid. Like, get out there in the dirt and the mud and roll around and,
Drink water out
eat
of
some
a garden hose.
mud
They say-
cakes.
They tell you that's wrong. You know.
I still do that. I do that all the time, actually. I mean, when you're out in the yard and you just want a swig of that cold, fresh water from the garden hose, it's delicious, man. I grew up on. I think I mentioned this on another podcast, but I grew up in the country, so I drank well water, and that was rotten eggs, sulfur. So my immune system, I think, was pretty good. However, I've been getting sick lately, and I think a lot of it has to do with my diet, which I've been looking at different diets, what I want to try out. And
Have you tried that seafood diet?
oh, here we go. I wish I had that. Oh, here we go. Tell us, Charlie. I'm waiting to push this button. Go for it.
The more you see, the more you eat.
That was beautiful. I guarantee you nobody had a clue that was coming. We should do a segment where we just read the corniest jokes ever.
That's a Laffy Taffy. They've got some pretty corny jokes, but all those jokes are made up by kids. So
Why did the bicycle rest?
why did the bicycle rest?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
You give up?
yeah,
Because he was too tired.
too tired. That's right. Hey, speaking of bicycles.
I'll get the bicycle. It's still out.
Okay, speaking of bicycles,
What?
how does a cyclist train
How does this?
for a marathon? How's a cyclist train for a marathon?
They cycle?
They recycle.
That was beautiful. All right, well, that was our segment about corny jokes. Yeah. So, anyways, we were talking about how
We started with diets, and neither one of us have ever been successful on a diet.
you
so that's
guys
probably-
noticed how quickly we moved on from diets. We didn't even finish.
That's probably the best joke we said is we're gonna go on diet.
Wait, I don't even know how to spell diet. No, for real though. I've looked
Let's
at
see.
different.
What'd you have for dinner tonight, Jason?
I had a delicious, healthy pork steak. Okay, and I doused it with my favorite barbecue sauce, Famous Dave's Devil Spit, and we had pork ribs, and we finished it all off with some very processed sugary treats from Save More.
Yeah, but you forgot to
Or save a
mention
lot.
the 2 ears of corn you had.
Oh, I had elotes, which I don't know if you guys have ever had elotes, but elotes is fantastic, dude. I love them. Love elote. It's Mexican street corn. I mean, you take corn. My wife boils it, and I like to throw it on the grill and kind of roast it up a little bit, and get that little bit of that smoke flavoring in there. And then you take, I think it's mayonnaise, and then what's that cheese?
Cojito.
Cojito cheese, and you put that all on there, and then you put some chili powder or paprika or something, and you sprinkle it on there, and then you take like a lime and squeeze it on top of it. It's very good, very easy to make, but that's what we had tonight. So I'm not really following a diet, I guess, but I'm really
The thing he has neglected to tell you yet is the salad got left on the plate.
and I ate a quarter of the salad, okay? And when I mean a quarter, I mean like a quarter of a cucumber of the salad. No, I like salads. Recently we went to this place called Crushed Red, and it's in Kansas. And wow,
Is that
man,
where Dorothy's from?
that's where Dorothy's from. But it was amazing. It was called the salad I had was called This Pear is on Fire, and it's got a honey Dijon jalapeno honey mustard dressing, has avocado, candied walnuts, dried cranberries. I think that's about it. But yeah, man, it's so amazing. I tried to get my wife to find the recipe so she can remake it, but it's of course it's got pears in it. I forgot the most important thing. It's got like a spicy chopped up pears, like chilied pears or something along those lines on there. So very good. Love it. But as far as diet, I'm torn on what diet to do. I hear that the Mediterranean diet is supposed to be the healthiest, one of the most healthiest diets because it's low, very low in saturated fats. You can have like good healthy fats like avocados, lots of olive oil in the diet. Very little, I think, red meat. Like you have very, very little red meat, which will be the hardest thing for me because I love steak. I love beef. But you eat like a lot of chicken, poultry, like a lot of fish.
So you'll be frequenting Hawaiian Brothers, then, huh?
Yeah, I love Hawaiian Brothers. Amazing. Then we let's see here. Yeah, so the Mediterranean diet, you do fish, you do a lot of olive oil, whole grain bread, so you can have a lot of whole grains, rice, like whole grain rice, yeah, beans.
Does it make you feel like doing the...
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna do, I don't know, I might try that diet, but then I also like the keto diet because that allows you to eat all the meat basically you want, from what I understand. You know, you eat a lot of meat, and the only thing is I love carbs. I absolutely love carbs. I love bread. Like when you go to those restaurants, you know, like Texas Roadhouse, Red Lobster.
Speaking of that, I've been to the one down there in
Olive Garden.
Springfield that throws the bread at you.
Oh, Lambert's House of Throwing
Yeah.
Rolls. Yeah, I have not been there. Almost went the last time I was heading to Branson. But yeah, that's an experience, I hear. And there was a guy, true story. Apparently, I think he was a pastor, but he was down there at Lambert's, and he had a roll thrown at him, and it hit him in the face, and he sued. He sued him. How can you sue? I mean, that's a part of.
You know that's going to happen when you're in there. That
Hey, Charlie, I just realized something really hilarious.
what?
Your headphone is on backwards.
That's all right.
Look at this, guy. Show the camera. His headphone is flipped like this.
Oh, that's right. No wonder I couldn't hear very good out there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes for some good TV right there.
Hey.
You might be the first person to ever do that. He thought he was going deaf on his right ear.
No. I was wondering why it was like a delayed reaction earlier when you're doing the.
Oh my God, dude.
I
That's
forgot I
hilarious.
flipped it that way so I could hear Emily talking.
Oh, man, that cracks me up, dude. If you're listening in, Charlie's his earphone for his headphones was flipped the other way, like where the back of the headphone or the earphone was. Yeah,
Towards
it
my
was
ear.
towards his ears. It's hilarious. Thank you for that, Charlie.
Hey, all I can do.
That was some real comedy right there. So yeah, that's the diet. We'll see how that goes. Let's see if I can even. Low calorie is a little too much for me. I feel like I'm starving to death if I do the low calorie diet. And remember that app we were using? You have to like put everything in and try to figure it out. You know, keep track of all your calories. And
Hey, get this. Jason actually went to the gym for a while too,
I did.
and seen a person. What was the person called?
Oh, a trainer, personal trainer.
Was it a personal trainer or
Yeah,
dietitian
it kicked my butt. And they put me on they're the one that showed me the diet or the app that counted your calories, and they put me on a low calorie, high protein diet. And I was doing the protein shakes, but I was like I was gaining weight, like a lot of weight. And it was expensive too, the protein powder. So I kind of gave up on that.
Well, that was when you were doing them drinks that has all the calories in it too.
Oh yeah. Well, gotta have my calories, Charlie. Gotta have my calories. But my wife loves going to the gym, and that's what's hard is she really wants me to be a part of it and join her at the gym, and I don't think I could do that. I don't like the culture, the gym culture. I know there's some really cool people in there, but when you're in the gym, I know you're supposed to be paying attention to yourself, but it's hard to not people watch, and you see like these just douchebag looking guys with their little thread of a muscle shirt and their pecs hanging out, and you just see them just staring at themselves and like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. Look at that pec. Oh, wow.
And you're watching too?
I can't help Charlie, when you're on a treadmill and there's nothing to look at except for the whole room, you notice everything. You see that one dude out of the corner of your eye. And of course, when you're married, you don't want to notice the girls, So, but yeah, it's just cracks me up. People get so into their body, and it's good to be healthy. It's very good to be healthy and to take care of your body.
It's the women that
but
are built like that you have to worry about.
yeah, they can put you in a headlock and beat the living bejesus out of you. But anyways, so
That's why I don't go to gym. I don't want to get shown up by a woman.
oh, speaking of that, I got to bring this up, guys. So I got challenged. Okay? I got challenged to a race. My son we were eating dinner tonight and he's like, "Hey Dad, when we get done eating, we're going to do a challenge." And it's called the running challenge, which is very original. And so I was blown away by that challenge. And his mother, my wife, had the nerve to challenge me, her husband, to a race. I was barefoot and she was wearing shoes. And so we took off running. And I smoked her. Left her in the dust. And not only that, Charlie's got the video of it, but unfortunately it's too grainy. I would have showed it on the YouTube part of the podcast so you guys could see me winning against my wife.
What you can't see is he's down at the end. He said go around the tree.
Well, because so the tree. No, that was an important part of it. So I argued with Charlie. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to run and go around the tree because it's going to be difficult for both of us to go around the tree at the same time. And he's like, no, you could still do it. That's why you got to be faster. I'm like, okay. So I do it, listen to the instructions. I go around the tree. My wife doesn't.
She touched it.
Oh, there's a difference. And so anyway, she took off running. I'm like, no, come back here. So
She ran around the other tree.
We stood at the end where we were supposed to go around the tree, and we raced back. And I left her in the dust. But not only that, my son had a little dump truck, and he likes to bend over, grab it, and race through the yard with it. And he ran out in front of me when I was in full dead sprint, and my heart just about jumped out of my chest because I thought I was going to run over him. And in the video, you can see it. I was a split second from tackling my son who was on the show. And that would have not been good because I was going full sprint. So I jumped over him and cleared him.
Yep.
And Charlie got it on video, but unfortunately it was really grainy. So is it grainy on yours?
No, I'll try sending it through Messenger.
Yeah, Messenger for some reason works much better. Much better. But yeah, I won.
Could have been an easy twist to that, though. All it would have taken was you to step on something.
Yeah, I could have stepped on a nail.
It went a total different direction.
I grew up walking around barefoot, and I had a lot of cuts. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember running down. I lived in the inner city, St. Louis, and before I was adopted with my biological parents, and they would just let me roam around, and I was in the back in this alleyway, and I'm taking off dead sprint down the alley, and I step on a pickle jar. I kid you not, dude. Stepped on a pickle jar, and it shattered, and the glass just dug into my foot. And I was a little boy, and I remember pulling that glass right out of my foot. It was pretty bad. It hurt like a son of a gun. And then
Was it the glass that hurt or the vinegar going into yours?
Well, there was no pickles in it. I remember it was just an empty jar. I'm like, I mean, why did I run over a... So, and then I also, not very long after that, I remember going into this abandoned building, like a brick building in St. Louis, and right next to the house. And I I go down there, and there was still a bunch of stuff in there, and I remember finding this pepper spray. Well, that was my introduction to pepper spray that day and what it can do to a person, because I'm like, oh, hey, cool. And I sprayed it, and I sprayed it in the air, and it got in my eyes and my throat. Man, I was like coughing. I was in so much pain.
So pepper spray. Let me just Google this. Keep talking.
Well, pepper spray sucks. And I know when you're like, you become like a security guard or like someone of law enforcement, you have to get either sprayed in the eyes or shot with a taser, so you know what they feel like. I think maybe both you have to do, but pepper spray is no joke, and it's probably wasn't as lethal back then as it is now. Like right now, it's much worse than in the 90s when that happened to me.
So depending on what type of pepper spray that you sprayed into your face when you were a kid,
Yeah.
has anywhere between 2 million and 5
Scoville units.
5.3 Scoville units.
Wait a minute, they go off of Scoville for pepper spray?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's pepper.
Well, I know, but I didn't know they go off of Scoville.
It's about 6 to 15 times the strength of habanero pepper.
So you said 3 to 5 million Scoville?
Oh, I think that's the number.
Jeez.
100,000, 10,000.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be brutal, man. That'd send you down. But the problem is, though, here's the problem with pepper spray. Like, if someone attacks you and you pull out, if you even get lucky enough to get in your bag to grab pepper spray and then point it in their eyes and spray it, but what happens if it gets in your eyes? So then you're in pain on the ground, and the criminal attacking you is also on the ground. So what do? They should make a pepper spray that has an antidote on the other side. So like when you're spraying,
What, lemon juice?
and then it'll squirt something else in your eye to cleanse it. Wouldn't that be cool? I think I'm onto something, Charlie.
Here, that pepper spray wasn't enough. Let me add some lemon juice to it.
No, I think I think that's a great idea, and it needs to happen. I come up with all these.
The object of the thing is not to spray yourself.
But how do you, like, so when you're spraying it and then the wind, catches it and then it blows back in your face, how can you prevent that?
Don't do it in the wind.
Well, okay, so I can, let's create a scenario here. Hey, leave me alone. And then the attacker doesn't leave you alone. And then you pull out the pepper spray and you're like, hey, hold on, it's a little windy. I need you to step to your left here real quick. And then I'm going to squirt this in your eyes.
No, it's 65 degrees and cloudy.
Now it's 65 degrees and cloudy. That's good to know, Charlie.
Well, Google picked it up what you just said.
That's about as random as episode 8 with Mike Mann.
Oh, gosh. You need to watch that.
Yeah. Well,
it's all about AAA.
Unfortunately, there's not very many people that watch that one. The earlier podcasts have had the most views, but I thought I would have been sure that one would have had a lot of views, but so far it's like a few people have watched it. So, and that one, man, I melted my face off of that Da Bomb, and then they stepped it up several notches to Death Nectar,
which wasn't bad at all.
And Charlie here tried Death Nectar and somehow didn't bother him at all. Don't understand it.
It's only 377,000 Scoville units.
Oh yeah, that's nothing compared to the one that I have downstairs, which is 1.5 million Scoville.
I'm gonna go get it so you can have it on your people.
Oh, not this show. I need to spread it out a little more. I was telling everybody that I don't want this podcast to become the spicy pepper podcast.
I got it. Next podcast, you do it before you do the intro with the ukulele.
Oh yeah, so that I'm in complete
Yeah.
agony
Yeah.
and barely can see. Yeah.
This is Jason. This is my podcast.
How terrible would that be if I just puked all over my microphone and all over my
Just don't do it on mine.
yeah. Just I'll make sure I puke all over Charlie like oh man. So I've been busy.
We'll have to make that happen.
Yeah, we will for sure.
We'll talk to Emily, the producer.
Emily, my wife, the producer. She's the producer of my life for sure. She runs the show. So I've been real busy lately, doing a lot of yard work. We have would you say it's it's definitely over an
It's
acre.
at least 3/4 of an acre.
It's
Yeah.
well, our landlord said it was 1.4 acres.
Yeah.
So, and I've been there. So there's a second house behind our house, and it's like basically the same yard. It's two different lots, but I have been letting that property go because I'm not going to be renting it, and they're going to renovate it so they can get other renters in there. And so I don't want to take my time, my fuel, and my energy just to go mow something that has nothing to do with me. So I was letting it grow up, and it got to I don't know, above my waist.
Judah Heights.
And it was too long. And I know this lady that drives around from the city. She just constantly comes up to people's houses and comes to their door like, hey, are you going to cut that grass? Are you going to do this? Are you going to move these trash cans? Are you going to fill in your driveway with this? It's borderline harassment, but I guess that's her job, to harass people on their own property that they pay for. But anywho, so I decided to go back there with my push mower because that's all I have. So I've been push mowing my property, like the area we're renting, and keeping that very well maintained while I was letting that other part go. And I finally decided to take initiative and go and mow it. And that was brutal. I mean, everybody that's ever mowed grass knows with a push mower and ridiculously overgrown grass, it's very difficult, because you're pushing through. And unfortunately, behind the house was a dump spot for the landlord because he had, stuff from other properties that he owns, and he needed a place to put them. And so he would put them back there. And so I'm trying, you see me back there trying to mow away, and I'm hitting logs and sticks, and the grass is so tall, it's like string. And so it gets caught in the mower, and it was just frustrating. So I've been doing a lot of yard work. I had a bunch of scrap back there that needed to get out of there. And so I called a scrapper. He came, got rid of it. So just a lot of yard work. Lots of yard work.
You need a mowing ferry.
A mowing ferry. That's a good idea, actually. Dude, you should start a mowing company, lawn, and call yourselves the mowing fairies. I'm sure. You imagine that, a bunch of macho guys walking out in the mowing fairies.
Have little wings on them.
They have little wings.
Not from Red Bull either.
We're the mowing fairies. We're here to mow your yard. Oh man, the names. I saw a really cool lawn company called Lawn and Order.
Yeah.
And they had it like Law and Order, but Lawn and Order. That's very clever. I'm surprised they weren't sued for that, because that's so close to Law and Order.
Well, there's a couple names that are like that around.
Yeah. What other names do you know? Charlie's gonna look at his phone.
Yeah. Get back to you in a minute.
Get right back to you. I have a moving company, and I call it Rockin' Movers, like ROCK''N Movers LLC. And if you need any moving service, give me a call.
Podcast was brought to you by Rockin'.
Yeah. You know what?
Hey,
I
don't
could
point
totally,
at me.
I could tell. Yeah, like episode 8. Don't point at me. So I could do that. I could promote my own moving company on my own podcast. Like I could do an ad for my own moving company. I never even thought of that. So, but in the moving industry, you see a lot of crazy stuff, guys. I mean, tons of crazy stuff. And a lot of houses that are disgusting, filthy. People never clean, feces, hair everywhere, dirt, dust, junk, trash, you name it. I've seen it, and I've been on moves where I just wanted to walk away. And man, I was on this. I shouldn't go into that, but I've been into some crazy houses, and even multi-million-dollar houses. You pull up and you're like, "Wow, dude, this is beautiful," and then you go inside expecting a beautiful home, and it's totally trashed out. So I'm not a huge fan of the moving industry. I don't like the stress behind it. I don't like dealing with the customers, and people will do and say anything to save money. Anything, I'm telling you, like, oh, that wasn't like that, even though it was completely crumbling and falling apart. Clearly, they bought it like 50 years ago from Walmart, particle board, and they're like, well, that was perfectly fine. I moved it 20 times before you guys, and now I want full price from 50 years ago, and then some. It's crazy.
Not.
I'm lucky enough, though. My moving company has 0 damages. So we have no claims, no damages, no payouts to customers for damages. We are good. We are good. Well, you know what? I need to backtrack. My very, very, very first move for my company, okay, there was it's a very long story, but this guy was trying to get me over on some money, and that's what they do is they try to tell you that you did a bad job, or this was damaged or whatever, and they completely make stuff up out of thin air, just so that you feel obligated to give them money back. And that's all they have to do to get a discount, is just tell you, hey, you did a great or a terrible job, I want money back. So my first move.
Can I try that without you moving me?
Yeah, let's try that. Not. So, yeah, it was an experience. Very, very interesting experience, that first move. And it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth for the moving industry, what you have to go through. But I haven't been in the game very long, over a year. So, and since this COVID-19 thing broke out, it's been very slow for me. Did you find what you were looking for? You still haven't found what you were looking for? I have
not found what I've been looking for.
It's a good song. Oh, man, it's brutal up here. Super hot.
I do like Epic. That's kind of cool.
Epic Lawn? Epic Lawn. The most epic lawn care service ever. Man, I need to get some more people. We need to have 3 people on the show so that we can have like constant, conversation going on where there's no dead space.
Well, you're talking. I'm looking. I'm
listening. That doing a podcast is difficult because you got to have stuff to talk about, like constant, and it has to be engaging to draw the people.
How about
in.
Weed Man?
Weed Man?
Weed Man.
Weed Man?
Yeah.
What does his logo have? A leaf in it?
If it did, I'd be kind of scared.
He gets a lot of calls for weeds. Like, hey man, you got some weed? No, man, I'm not one of those companies. But speaking of those companies, Charlie, there's a lot of cannabis stores, just CBD.
All over the place. Yeah.
Everywhere. It's like, I kind of wish I would have saw that coming, because you could have invested in those businesses and made a fortune, which I don't do pot, never have in my life. I know a lot of people that do it. I'm not a fan of it. However, CBD oil, I've seen the benefits of that in people. Like someone's having a seizure, or like Parkinson's disease, or I think it's Parkinson's, where they shake a lot and then they put the oil on, and all of a sudden it just goes away. So you can't argue with that. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of healing properties to it, but when people use it to get high out of their minds, and I just don't I'm not for anything that does stuff like that.
All right, I give up.
Now, meth, on the other hand, no, I'm just kidding.
Lawn patrol. That's what it was. Lawn patrol.
Lawn patrol.
Yeah.
Lawn patrol.
Lawn patrol.
Kind of like Paw Patrol, but
Yeah.
lawn patrol. That's a cute name. Really cute name.
Sorry, I'm on some CBD oil.
Charlie is he soaks in a bathtub full of CBD oil every morning, and he wakes up feeling real good. I don't think you feel it though. Do you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I've never had it. Probably never will.
Well, another craze that people are just going nuts over is kombucha. I mean, that's been for quite a few years,
Yeah.
but
They put CBD oil in that now.
really? I got a friend of mine. I won't
No,
mention
You know, you get carded with that now.
for kombucha.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's alcoholic.
Yeah.
I only like some kombucha, but I don't know what it is, but there's some of it that I drink, I get a headache, splitting headache.
I can't even bear to look at the ones that have the snot floating in it.
Oh yeah, the the mold bacteria. I got a friend of mine. I would say the name of his business, but I probably need his permission to do that, unfortunately. But he started one in Kansas City, and it's very, very, very successful. He's all over the place now, and he makes his own kombucha, and that stuff is delicious.
Is it kombucha? Kombucha?
Kombucha.
Sriracha?
Hey Google, how do you say kombucha?
Here is some information from the web that might possibly help.
I don't know if you
On
can
the
hear it.
website ombucha.co.uk, they say, the first is that it's as it appears, kombu, similar to
Kombu.
the brown seaweed used in Japanese cooking,
The brown
which has
seaweed.
nothing to do with kombucha, however. The second puts a more northern English twang on the
Cha.
pronunciation, komba, with the letter U
Kombu-
emphasized
komba.
as a lowercase pronunciation.
Huh. Kombu and komba. Kombu.
Potato, potato, tomato,
I
tomato.
don't know. I like kombucha. I wonder if anyone's ever named their child kombucha.
It's coming.
Hey, kombucha.
Just like COVID and
COVID. Yeah, COVID. That's kind of a cool sounding name though. COVID.
how did it go from Corona to COVID?
Well, because a coronavirus, that's what it is. It's a coronavirus, which they're,
Did you get that picture?
but
I
it's a
sent you today?
specific corona, huh?
Did you get that picture I sent you today?
I don't know. I don't know if I got that picture you sent me today. I'm gonna have to.
I caught the coronavirus today.
You caught the corona? Oh, I saw that. Yep. Yeah, that was funny. Yep, Charlie. Maybe I'll put a picture up for that. Oh, I'm excited to say that we are officially on every major podcast channel platform there is. I'm pretty sure it's every one of them. I do know it's on Spotify, iTunes, and Google. So I got partnered with this app called Anchor. And
Anchors
yep,
away.
Anchor is amazing, and it's a great platform for people trying to make it in the podcast world. I think it's a brilliant business concept, and it helps people like myself make it successful. It's very easy to load your podcast on there. I actually was loading them up a couple nights ago, and I couldn't believe how easy it was. And so they help content creators like myself by providing a free service, and you immediately can get paid from your ads, like all the ads on your podcast. So when people listen to your show, I think you get paid for every ad that's listened to or something like that. So it's pretty amazing. I have 0 listeners on the platform, but it's only been up a couple days. So it's been it's a slow process. I'm pretty encouraged. Unfortunately, the only subscribers I got on YouTube are 100% people I know. So, and I think that's pretty typical.
I thought you couldn't tell who they were.
No, you can look at, there's the the analytics on YouTube where you can go and look and see where the audience is coming from, and mine are coming from Facebook, from friends on Facebook. That's where I've been doing my
All
advertising.
right, friends on Facebook. He needs 50 subscribers. We're at 44, I think. So
Yeah.
6 more subscribers. Even if you have to go and open 6 more accounts under a different name. 6 more subscribers on This Could Be Famous podcast channel. And Jason will sit here in front of you and eat a red raw onion.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to get that for a while.
That could happen tonight if we're only 6 away.
How about this? So if we get
Enoch is a subscriber, by the way.
so if we get okay, we'll be on 49 subscribers, and all of a sudden the channel just disappears. Maybe then I decided I'm out. I'm not making it in this business. I'm out. I hate onions. Okay, if you can't tell, I hate onions, especially raw onions, raw red onions especially. Horrible. I like raw garlic though. I can do that
Yeah.
all
Well,
day long.
and he has to eat it just like an apple, so it'll be already peeled, ready to go, and he'll just pull it up there and
I'll chomp down on it and I will gag and probably puke. That to me will probably be the worst thing for me than any hot sauce.
Oh, and speaking of that, we did a Charlie's bag early on. Charlie's bag was coming again here in a little bit with the rest of the stuff that's in the bag. But if you have any ideas for what's in Charlie's bag, play that.
What's in Charlie's bag?
You can list them, and they possibly might make an appearance.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Audience participation. Yeah. I'm tired.
Precipitation is what happens outside.
Yeah, I know. I'm participating. Precipitation. Try to say that real fast. Participation, precipitate. I can't.
Susie sells
seashells by the seashore. Yeah, that's a great idea, though. Get the audience involved. And so if you guys think of any cool challenges, and it doesn't have to be crazy, like melt your face off challenges, just something fun, entertaining, that'll make people actually like listening to our show, that'd be wonderful. And just leave a comment below.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
Just remember, I have to eat it too.
Yeah, and Charlie has to eat it too. So, yeah. What does Charlie not like? He hates whipped cream, right? He can tolerate it.
All right. Here's the deal. If we get 50 subscribers, because I extremely hate whipped cream.
Wow.
If we get 50 subscribers to this channel, Jason will only eat the raw onion, but I will get Reese's peanut butter whipped cream in a can and chug it.
Oh my gosh. But wait a minute, you're putting Reese's peanut butter in it, so you're making it tolerable.
It's still
That's like me
it's what
taking an
topping-
onion and putting peanut butter all over it.
Well, if that's what we got to eat it, that's the way you got to
All
eat
right.
it.
Well, there we go. Or dipping it in chocolate, or something that destroys the.
We can cover it in caramel and nuts, make it look like a caramel apple if you want.
That's right, and then I can trick my brain. That's a good idea because I will not taste the onion if I think it's a caramel apple.
Or would you rather have sprinkles, candy sprinkles?
Sprinkles would be a good. Maybe some Nutella on there. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, speaking of Charlie's bag, we're at that point where I think we should bust out this.
What's in Charlie's bag?
I know we did it earlier, but we might spread this out and make it pretty epic here. We got to entertain you guys on this show.
So, today in Charlie's bag, we have toxic waste, hazardly sour candy,
you got that stuff?
and nuclear fusion toxic waste.
Okay, so we should have done this at the beginning, but we had my son on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is supposed to be the most sour candy ever.
And I don't know if it's a chaser or what, but the other item was grilled
Oh,
cheese and tomato soup.
oh, heck yeah. How do you say that? Hers?
Hers.
Hers?
Her Foods Incorporated.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Cheese puffs.
Okay, we're going to, man,
You want to like do a thing behind the back thing? And
see if we can do it. I mean, I guess we can do it.
'cause I don't know which one's hotter. You think the nuclear fusion or the
I don't think they're hot. They're sour.
Well, sour. I mean,
Yeah, this is supposed to be the most sour candy. A toxic waste, hazardlessly sour candy. Okay, well, we'll see about that. I love sour stuff. I'm a Warhead fan.
thank you, Chelsea, for.
Oh, these are Warheads. Are they? No.
They look like warheads.
This is Chelsea?
Chelsea is the one that turned me on to Five Below. I mean, that store.
Oh, yeah. We'll bleep that out. It'll sound like you're saying a cuss word. Like, maybe I'll just say a
I
different.
can't even get into mine.
You can't hear. Let me open it, and then you
Nope.
do. So, I don't know what this experience is like for those that are listening.
These
to.
these look a lot like warheads with just a different name on them.
Right. You know what? It probably is like the company that owns Warheads probably has something to do with.
We gotta go in the drawer.
What do I have? Oh,
Skizzers work.
I should put out a samurai sword. Oh, it's got hair on it.
That's all right. You used to have an air.
So, but anyways, I don't know.
You're doing lemon.
Oh, here we go. For all those listening, I know you can't experience what's going on right now visually, but I know you appreciate it.
I'm gonna do apple. Oop, apple out of that one.
Come on. They don't want you to get into this thing? I'm like stabbing this thing. Good Lord.
All right. Well, I'll open up the grilled cheese and tomato layer.
Yeah, so Charlie, we got to keep these guys going here. They're about to give up on us. There we go. Boom.
Ooh.
Does it stink? What's it smell like?
It doesn't smell like roses.
It smells like dirty feet, man. That smells like dirty feet.
You smell dirty feet all
Oh,
the
it
time.
smells like grilled cheese feet. It's oh god. Now I'm not gonna be able to have a
Oh,
grilled
they're,
cheese.
they're in silver wrapper in that one.
Okay, so yeah, this one. So you do
No, I got blue raspberry apple out of
Okay.
that one.
all right, and then I'm just gonna grab one, and we're gonna
No,
try.
I can't do green apple again.
Okay. What's that one? Oh, grape strawberry. There we go.
Oh, that sounds actually kind of good. I'm gonna do this one first. Grape strawberry.
All right, guys, we're gonna do. I don't know if this is really a challenge, but we're gonna see how sour these suckers are. Here we go.
The grilled cheese and tomato soup out of it's really good after
Yeah.
this.
Come on.
All right.
It's like these are
Oh, it's got
melted.
something that's in the middle.
What's? Oh, hold on. Wait for me. I can't get this thing open. Ah,
Mm.
is it sour?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even get this.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Ugh.
Is it that sour?
That one is.
Come on. I'm trying the other one. Okay.
Okay, it's like any other sour candy once you got the.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this first one doesn't taste any different than a Warhead. So I don't know why this is supposed to say hazardously sour candy. See, the sourness is already.
Well,
not
it's
that
got a
bad.
center. That one does.
Yep, no big deal. Well, I'm going to try the orange apple. And then we're gonna try the grilled cheese. So you can hear me open it up.
Gosh,
That one's sour.
I can't get to it. It's like yours was. It's yellow, but it's green apple.
That's good. Well, I must really like sour stuff because this is not the most sour. Not even close. I could probably down that whole thing. But it's good. So if you like Warheads, check it out. Toxic Waste. Yeah, delicious. Like it. You get at that one store. And now, the moment I've been waiting for.
Still have paper towel over there.
You can spit it out if you want. So, we're going to try this nasty looking grilled feet and tomato soup. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh,
It tastes like peas and feet and cheese, like an old grilled cheese sandwich.
I can definitely taste the tomato soup more than I can
It's
the
like
cheese.
what it tastes like is like someone took the grilled cheese sandwich and put it in their shoe, and they wore that shoe for a month straight and sweated in it,
And then dipped it in tomato
and
soup.
then dipped it in tomato soup, and then put it in a chip form in a bag. That's what it tastes like.
But he's on his second one.
I had to make sure I. So, that concludes today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a good time together.
We certainly enjoyed the tomato soup and
We enjoy
grilled
it.
cheese.
We enjoy eating. We enjoy trying stuff out. And most of all, we enjoy talking. And that's why I'm doing this, guys. It may suck right now, but it's going to get better. I'm going to get better at doing this, I promise. I'm going to keep putting out content no matter what. And it may take 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm going to get there. I love you guys. Love my fans. This is all about the People Promotion Channel. Giving people a platform to express themselves, to tell the world about who they are. You're listening to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm Charlie.
And Charlie, we're signing out.
Signing out.
Tune in for the next one. It's gonna be
See you
great.
later, everyone.